Yay, game development, let's go. So, since last time I changed the collision a little bit, collision handling, but just to make it easier to use. Now I just call this passing the type and state, something like this. When the player is rolling, call it player roll, and then when it ends, go back to player default. And then this just calls the set layers and masks, and here I go through all the layers and add them to the collision layer, and go through all the masks and add them to the collision mask. I like this better than it was before. It's easier to call. Because earlier I was having to reference this dictionary in the function calls, and it was really lengthy. So I like this better. Today I wanted to start by changing my main guy. The Godot icon is great, but it's getting kind of awkward to like test the feel of stuff because it's 64 by 64 and the player is most likely not going to be 64 by 64. Because I suck at drawing, I'm gonna do what I did with the cats, and I'm gonna pick up the player sprite that my buddy Paulo did for the game jam that inspired this project. I just gotta be in here somewhere. Base human sheet, I think. Can I just drag this onto a sprite or what? Bam. Okay, and it has a idle and the basic walk animation, and it is 64 by 32 maybe, no? Let's see, view grid. 16 by 16. Wait, it's 16 by 32. Right, because the cats are 16 by 16. Makes sense. Bit of an issue when it comes to matching up with my item sprites, because mine are 32 by 32. And it's crazy that with 32 pixels I can only make this terrible looking sprites, right? And my buddy with way less sprites made this that looks way better. But I don't know, maybe it just looks way better because of all the shading that's well done and stuff like that. I don't know. It looks well done to me. I don't know. So let's just try and use this initially. I'll just drag it in here. Where though? Player. Those detectives. Yeah, we'll go right in here. Player. Right there. I can go on my player scene. A sprite. Change the texture to. Oh right, I need to add animations to this, so it shouldn't be a sprite 2D anymore, and it should be an animated sprite, right? Animated sprite. It will replace this. I am going to probably lock it in place. What? Why is the drone showing up in here? If I have the player selected, what? Player? Why is the drone shape appearing here? Well, in my animated sprite animation, I can create new sprite frames. Open this, now I have this. I drag this in here. Or something? How do you do this again? Animation. Now I drag this in here. Create a new one. No. Select animation player node. Animation player node? What am I doing on the enemies? Animated sprites. Does it have an animation player node? Why is this showing up? What the hell? Oh, I have a drone in here. Right. It would be nice to toggle the visibility on this. Why can't I do that? You can only toggle the visibility of 2D nodes? Whatever. Default. Oh, I drag it in here. What am I doing? Obviously, I drag it in here. No, that's not it. Oh, it's this thing. I always forget. No, delete this. Yes, here. I go characters player here. Vertical is 16. No, 32. Horizontal is 16. Wait, what? No, wait, that's not. Here is 16 by 32. Here is horizontal are 5 things, and in height is 1 thing. There. Actually, only select this one for the idle, right? Idle, and it's autoplay, right? And it's so tiny, so I think I'm gonna scale it. Transform 2, because I'm doing that with the cat, so you do this here as well, right? Yeah. Have to change the collision shape, but I'll do that in a minute. Let me just add a new one here. Run. Add frames from sprite sheet. These. Wait, no. I wanted to play this. Play here. Bam, 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 bam. Should be faster, right? Because it's only 3 frames. It's a very small amount of frames. Let's go 6. Good. As for the collision shape, in our game jam, we did a capsule that did this to the player, but some feedback we got from a friend is that it felt awkward that the cat would hit you from here, right? The cat should be able to approach you here and then hit you like in the legs because the cat is small, right? So the collision shape, I'll make it smaller and I'll make it lower. Like here, and maybe even smaller. Right? If I play, my guy doesn't move obviously, but here I don't go into the wall, and here I can approach the wall like this. Starting to make sense. The walls, after I did them the simplest way I could, but now I realize that this is isometric, so the walls have to be like the walls over there, far away from you. Need to have you need to see the face of the wall, right? Not just from above. Like these walls are from above, I guess. And the walls near you, you just need to see them from above, sure. So this would actually be meh for a wall that's over here, but this wall should have a height, right? Should be like this maybe. That's actually a good indication for how how high the tiles should be in relation to the player, right? Anyway, let's slap some animations in here, I guess. So this is ready for when we have the eventual sprite that we're gonna use. And it feels way better to just use this than the freaking square. So I'm already doing some animation in the cat. I'm doing this, I guess. So where do I put this? Wait, here? Physics process. So the direction can be unchanged or it can change if I take any input. If I take any input, when should I update this, right? Like if I'm moving, I want to play the run animation, right? I need a reference to my animated sprite, obviously. Sure. Animated sprite, or just call it sprite. Animated sprite, sure. Where was I? Animated sprite play run, right? If I go like this is running, but I need to go back to the idle at some point. The idle has autoplay. I don't know why when I start running it doesn't stop running. He's always running. Does the running have autoplay or something? Run doesn't have autoplay and idle has autoplay. I don't know why it doesn't go back. Anyway, if is stopped. Wait. He's not only stopped when it's. This isn't actually where it should display the idle animation, because it's when it's casting. Casting it, there should be a cast animation at some point. But it should go back to the idle. I don't know why it isn't. Auto play on load. Does that only mean that it starts playing when it's ready? Then it doesn't play it again? So is casting, else is not casting. So here I'll handle casting animations, right? And in here I have to handle either running or idle, right? But no. After this, right? After I have my velocity. Or what? I mean, I can check if the velocity is also a vector, no? I can just check if the direction is 0 or not. If my velocity is 0 and I don't move and slide, would that cause any issues? Because like I was thinking that if I make a check if the velocity is 0, maybe I don't need to call move and slide and I save a little bit of processing power. Not a lot, but I just don't know if I need the move and slide to always run. Could be editing these things in VS Code. Player. Right, I don't want to... Yeah, what I'm playing is conditional. Based on what I'm doing. But it should be beside this else, because this is not casting. Not casting means either running or idle. I feel like I may be disregarding something important, but if directions, yeah, that's it. Thanks, Copilot. Just knows what I need. That's it. Direction, vector 0, animated sprite. That's what I was gonna do. I wonder if he's just really smart or if he's listening to me. Sus, very sus, Copilot. I'm on to you. Right. It's supposed to be here. I just got a message in my chat from a bot, I guess, and it has terms that I blocked, and the auto mod is asking me if I want to allow it or deny it. These I always want to deny them, but I don't know how to set that. I'll deny it for now. I have to look into that. Play. He's not running. He runs. He's not running. Right. And also, you forgot something, Copilot. Else, if direction, there we go, that's the one, right? If direction x less than 0, which is that way, flip, right? And if not, don't flip. Okay. Huh. It's interesting. Because of that, if I'm looking left and I go up, because the direction, because my x is not... is 0. Oh. Wait, but what if I do less or equal to 0, I have the opposite problem, right? Yeah. Like if I'm looking right and I'm still going up or down, it starts looking left because of equal to 0. Is there a way to make it so he doesn't flip? The way the code is here, the player changes, the player sprite changes the direction it is facing when going straight up or down. If he is looking left. I hope he understands what I said. It wasn't super clear. So the player... Oh, I could just do if equals 0. Return... Don't get in here. Or another indentation in here? What does Copilot say? When moving left or right, you can update the flip only when there is horizontal movement. Oh! If, keep the previous. Right. Makes sense. Way simpler than what I was thinking. I was thinking, if, direction equals 0, don't get in here, right? But that's a little bit more code. This is way more elegant, so else if in here. This is what I like about AI, you know? AI can make mistakes, but you can like talk to it and solve the issues, right? Now it's not turning when I do this. Great. I'm just gonna commit this. I mean, I can create a build here. Okay, still missing a ton of animations and whatnot, and I think Paul wants to make him move in 8 directions instead of 2. But yeah, that's for later. This is just nicer to... Actually, I didn't see how the cats interact. Okay, what if I'm down here? Oh, and I also need to step on the stuff, right? Wait, it start? Mega high. Oh, it's looking at the center of the player for when to attack. Yeah, so it didn't solve the issue that they attack you from over there. I don't know how much I dislike this. A bit. Looks like it is far away, right? From here it looks fine. Yeah, and if... Oh, the player has to be rendered on top of the enemies. What is going on? Let me see. Main. So game manager, tile map, UI. The spawner is after the player, so it goes from bottom up. What about the items? Yeah. Huh. I could just also increase the Z on the player, right? Or is there an order? It's actually an ordering, right? Order index. If I do 1, it goes up, right? But then it's above the walls. Wait, that's what I want, right? Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. Right, I was like, why am I not picking that up? So if I go like this, I don't pick it up. I need to go slightly higher. Fine. Whoops. Oh, okay. Yeah, good thing I tested that. Is this is obviously going to be changed, but right now modulate is what I'm going with. Okay. Nice. Okay. Now I commit this. New build. Base pet player. The main. Oh right. The ordering. I just changed the ordering. Yeah. And I added the sprite sheet. So add everything. Commit with the message. Add place holder player sprite and base animations. I don't know. Push this. Okay. What do I want to do after this? Actually, because the collision shape is so much smaller now, I should not have as many issues on rolling and rolling on top of enemies. It's just a bunch of them spawn, I guess, so I can test it properly. Okay. It still has to move, but sure. Oh, I can look into the way the cat approaches the player, kind of, sort of. So everything that the cats attack has a collision shape, or no? So for example, maybe not. Wait, yeah, yes? Character, player, oh. Character, how do I open my character scene? Oh, I don't have a character scene, okay. Sure. But I'm assuming that all characters have a collision shape. So the characters that exist are player as collision shape, enemies obviously have collision shapes, and items. Do items have collision shapes? They do, right? Because I'm setting the collision on them. Let me see. Active items. Or what is a collision shape? It needs a collision shape to stop it against walls, right? Which is what I'm doing. I'm just thinking about other items if it'll have collision shapes. Like the drone, for example. It has a collision shape. I think they're all gonna have collision shapes, so the cats can, instead of searching for the actual center of the target they're attacking, they could look for the collision shape center. That would fix it against the player, but I don't know if will create any issues with anything else. Like for how things are right now, it would work perfectly. I just don't know. I guess makes sense. Because regardless of how the character looks, their shape in the world is the collision shape. And every time I create a new collision shape, that's what I need to have into account, right? So let's change how the enemies work. Enemy. So I track the nearest distraction, and then I check the distance, and then with that distance to target, I see if that is larger than the attack range. But how I check my distance to the target should not use the target global position, but it should use the target collision shape, which I am calling collision shape. And this is not auto-completing, obviously, because my code doesn't know that a target is always going to be a character. So I need to say that my target is a character. Null? Started off as null? Is that better than not initializing it? I don't think so. So now my target obviously has a collision shape, and the collision shape is a 2D node, so it has a global position, right? And now when I play and I approach the cats from below, they should get closer to me, maybe even closer. And when I attack from below, yeah, they are too far away. What about actual item? My cat food doesn't have a collision shape, it seems. Cat food, cat food, cat food. We have a sprite and that's it. I think they all need a collision shape. Yeah. The alternative would be to make a check here. See if they are... Actually, the cat food is an item. An item is a character. So I cannot check if they are a character. But I can check if they have a collision shape, and then have one behavior or the other, depending on that. Yeah, some things maybe I just don't want to have a collision shape on them. Hmm. So, there's another issue. If the collision shape is really big, then this is going to, like, if collision shapes have very varying sizes, then having the same attack range is going to create awkwardness. The cat should actually look at the edge of the collision shape, right? What can we get from a collision shape? Debug color? Collision shape color that is disabled in the editor. Displayed in the editor, never mind. Right, never. I don't want to change that. I was thinking that I'm going to need some sort of like indicator of some ranges for debugging, at least. Maybe for gameplay would be nice. One way collision shape, right? It just returns like square or circle, I think. Could I like just check if I'm colliding with it? Would that work? I don't like the current logic here. The enemy checks for the position of the target when using its attack range, but some targets may be larger than others, so I should check for the distance to the collision shape or something like that. Nope. You're absolutely right! Oh my god, thank you. Checking the distance to the center of the target global position doesn't account for the target's size. If some targets are larger, the enemy might attack while still outside the actual area, or not attack when it should. Better approach: check distance to collision shape. You can check the distance to the edge of the target's collision shape. A simple way to subtract the target's collision shape radius from circles, or half extent for rectangles, for distance, circle or capsule, and then for rectangle, summary, subtract the target's collision shape radius. Oh, so the shape has more properties. I should have just dug deeper into that. So there's a shape. The collision has a shape, and the collision shape as a what? What am I looking for here? If it's circle shape. Oh, then I have to go into the circle shape properties. Right. And it has the only property has a radius, makes sense. So let's just do 4 circles now. I don't see myself having I don't see the game having a lot of squared collision shapes. Like walls have that, but enemies are not going to attack walls, and maybe walls won't even be that squared because they'll have soft edges, sort of. I think maybe, maybe not. Depends on what they look like. But they're not going to attack the walls, and everything that moves, I think, is better if they have a circle shape because they move and slide better. So I'm just gonna do the capsule logic. Target radius, huh? So it's this. Yeah, it's this. Wait, what? Why is... Am I having a stroke? Okay. Distance to target. Wait, why do you call it to target? Distance to target. And then a target radius. And then if target collision shape is circle shape. Oh, right. I only want to do this one. For now, I'll assume everything is circle shaped. Or, I don't need to. Radius. Wait, circle shapes have a radius? Capsule shapes have a radius? How does that work? Well, is this the same as the other thing? Then why do I need to check if it's one or the other? I mean, could be just an OR here or something, right? I'm gonna make this actually kind of stupid for now, but whatever. I'll make it more complicated if I need different shapes. If I am considering that, like, the collision shapes are gonna be like at the base of all characters, right? Then most likely they're always gonna be circles. Like, I don't see why would need a capsule shape for the bottom of something, right? And then it's super awkward because if it's something like this, then how does it move around, you know? think it's gonna be circle. So I'm even gonna get rid of this. Assuming target as a circle collision shape. I mean, honestly, it's actually here. Wait. Oh, right. Target radius. Distance to target. Alright, it's doing this first. Distance to target length minus the target radius. Okay. Just got an achievement for streaming for a total of 250 hours. I mean, just test this, I guess. Oh. Come on, Copilot, you're better than this, no? What if the... Yeah. I mean, I should be accounting for this. I should be better than this. Like this. Currently assuming all targets have a circle collision shape. Now I'm gonna slap that onto the things that don't have one. Yeah. Evil. It was good. Tuna. This one could actually be a capsule. Do capsules just have radiuses? how come I can use the same logic for circle and cap? So capsules need to have a different they have more properties, no? Let me see here. Collision shape, capsule. They have a height and a radius, right? This is not accounting for the height, what it just gave me. You reached your monthly chat messages quota. Upgrade to Copilot Pro, 30-day free trial, or wait for your allowance to renew. Wait, but it's the 4th. I use everything on the first 4 days of the month? Well, I guess it's not month to month. It's like tracking from when I started using it or something, right? Hmm. Capsule shape, intended physics, usually used to provide a shape, collision shape. Is fast to check collisions. So a way to see how this works is to make this a capsule. I can flip this, right? There's a radius and a height. Can I? Okay, the radius makes it fat. Oh, if the radius is larger than the height, then it just becomes a circle. That's interesting. Well, like if I'm only checking for circle, I can attack from here maybe, no? Yeah, for sure. Let's just make this a circle for now. No point in dwelling on it too much. I think that's probably everything in terms of characters that didn't have collision shapes. So now it should work because I'm checking for the position of the collision shape. The cat should walk way closer to me than that. Am I not checking for the... Maybe I didn't change the code properly. Distance to targets, losing at the target's collision shape. Is it just that the range is too long? Oh, right. Because I'm accounting for the size of the collision shape, so now the range has to shrink, obviously. It's like 20, I don't know. It's less than half. Seems like I have to decrease it a lot. Let's see, from below, still pretty far away. Seems good, actually. They look weird when they're behind you. Looks kind of... because you can't see them very well, right? I guess, whatever. They're behind you, they're harder to see, I don't know. uh, um, so, new commit, or should I amend the last one? Which was the sprite? No, I'll just create a new one. Adjust enemy distance check logic. It actually, I don't remember how to write in VI. Is it like this? Wait, not collision logic. Just enemy. Distance check enemy to target. Distance check logic. Enemies now account for the target collision shape when checking for attack distance. I don't know what I do now. How do I insert again? No. How do I get out of here? Ask? Okay, ask, and now write and quit. Okay. And git push. Let me see how that looks in GitHub. Wait. Git bus? What? Show description. Ah, nice, very nice. So yeah, insert to start writing, then ask, then write and quit. Okay. And I think you need the one line of interval between these two, or can you just do new line and it assumes it's a description? I don't know. Anyway, that is looking fine. Should start looking at menus at some point, but I don't really wanna. I don't wanna. Oh, I'm feeling so lazy. think there's some stuff that I need to think through better. What? Right. What is this? In order to list indentation, expected 2 actual 4. Sure. One. Wait. Oh, there you go. Bam, bam. Wait. I was using 4 spaces when wasn't I just using tabs? I guess it counts as 4 spaces for some reason. I don't know. Maybe Markdown doesn't have tabs? I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, this is not like as much like. Sorry. This is not as much like this anymore. They just have 2 states, sort of, now, right? Whatever. In code terms, this is not correct, because now he's just always searching for... Player is technically a distraction, but whatever. Oh, I forgot I wrote this. Upgrading the drone with feathers. And the laser... I was thinking batteries. Do any drones use, like, batteries? I mean, like, what do you call them? Not rechargeable batteries, like AA batteries or something? Do any drones use non-recharge? Recharge? Batteries? Quadcopter with AA batteries? No. Commercially available drones do not typically use non-rechargeable batteries. They overwhelmingly rely on rechargeable batteries. So let's read through everything again. Cats have three states: aggressive, distracted, and happy. I'm aggressive again. Should they remain in place? What? Should they remain in place with a dedicated animation. Remain in place and for the rest of the level. Remain in place, dedicated animation, and slowly fade off. Fade off, right? Yeah. Sorry. Run away and out of the room? Call it room? I don't know. Can I do 2 spaces here? Just make this... Tells me there's something wrong with this. Sure. Yeah, this is important to figure out at some point. If they just staying in place kind of happy would be kind of cool, but if there's a lot of enemies there, it's obviously the problem that it would just let everything would get too cluttered. If they stay in place but fade away, it seems like a decent option, but problem if levels have too many enemies, why would a cat fade off if it is happy? You know? I mean, maybe nobody would question that, but maybe they would. Is the cat... like... is it just obvious that the cat is fading off because it's not relevant for the gameplay anymore? Or would people look into it and thinking, is this cat, like, fading from existence? What's going on? Is it going to cat heaven? Is it happy, or... run away and out of the room? If so, in toward something specific, or just away from the player? Specific, like a door or window, or just away from the player? Maybe cool, but away from the player. Specific run animation. Fade off as they get further away. So many questions. I mean, they all have upsides and downsides, right? Just how do you weight everything in? Just have to test every possibility? Kind of a lot of work. Let me stand up here, see if I can think better. Okay, so... Oh, it's so hot, I'm so sweaty. My back's so sweaty. Oh no. Oh. I think these should have different animations. Maybe there could be a specific animation for when they change. Like if you drop a distraction near them, maybe they go like question mark or something? I don't know. Am I missing a new line here or what? Here I'm just laying out the options, and one important thing is progression, right? How do you access these options? Should I lay this out in a progression sort of way and then maybe extrapolate behavior from that? Because I'm thinking of possibilities for stuff here, like how does the laser work? Do you have the laser from the start? You could find the laser in the house. It would be a cool reward, cool progression thingy, right? Instead of you just starting off with, I mean, the drone you're gonna start off with. If you have a drone, you start off with a drone. Or maybe not. Oh crap! I have to write this down. Thinking of plot here, plot directions that are cool. I don't know if I should spoil it here, but I think nobody's watching, so should I create I should do these things off stream though, no? All this thinking and writing stuff down. So, if I don't want to do that, what can I do? Now that everything is becoming more of the size that I want them to be, like the player, the enemies, the items are all reasonable sizes, I'm starting to feel like this canvas size is also canvas size, viewport, I don't know, these display dimensions, whatever, are starting to make sense. If this was a room, I can see this work, right? Or a room floor? Like if I'm in a room, I can't have like room details inside the level, right? In Binding of Isaac, the rooms are really small, right? Whereas in games like Vampire Survivors, the map is just huge. The thing is, if I go by floors, like how many floors can a house have? This is supposed to be like a suburban house, you know? How many floors can it have? I mean, it can have a ridiculous amount of floors, right? But if I'm going with that direction, it needs to make sense to me that I'm doing that. Like, the gameplay has to justify changing the lore, I guess, for that, you know? Is it a sort of magical house? Are you just disorientated? What would be reasons? Like, people can come up with their own reasons while they're playing, right? But you should at least be able to justify it to yourself. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I like acting that way. Oh, there's an error here. Oh, the laser doesn't have a collision shape. I can edit. Laser dot, collision shape, collision shape. Okay, what about the drone? Is it working fine? Looks like it. The drone can go over the wall. Why is that? Oh, because I'm not using move and slide with the drone? Huh. Oh, I should check that, actually. That is pretty important. Cannot use Copilot anymore, though, to help me out with this, but let's think this through. I can use ChatGPT, whatever. It's not as good, but... So let me see. How am I doing my drone movement? Drone bodies has this behavior. Drone body has disable, enable process. Yes. Just doing moving over position. So let's see if ChatGPT is aware of how this functions. This is how I am moving something in my game. Let's just GDScript so it knows what's going on. Script. Okay. Works decently, but with one issue. It is not colliding as... I'm just gonna be very ambiguous with this to see if ChatGPT actually knows that if you just move something by directly changing its position, it's not gonna trigger collisions. It should know this. It's pretty basic, right? I mean, I didn't know this 2 days ago, but 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I think. Not colliding as intended. Wait, intended, yeah. Directly setting, which bypasses physics engine. Won't register properly. Use physics process and move collision. I wonder if I can use move collision outside the physics process, in the process, or move and slide. The proper collision handling should move your logic into physics process. So let's do one by one. Let's see, physics process. Wait. Right, this shouldn't change the behavior at all, I think. Why is it not running anymore? Because it's going on the process. Process. Okay. Works just the same, seems. It's going slower or what? Because I actually am doing something. I'm multiplying by the delta. What if I don't multiply it by the delta? Because the delta is always the same, right? But if I remove the delta, is it going to go faster or slower? I was actually into that speed. Okay. It's going too fast now. I need to go way slower. So the speed, instead of 150, be like a 10th? 15? Because I want it to lag behind the mouse. I think it's really cool that it lags behind the mouse. Wait, oh. Yeah, it needs to be way slower. 5. Godot crashed or what? I don't need a sprite for now. What? What was I doing? Oh, testing the drone. It's going too fast still, or what? Huh. When it's closer to the mouse, does it go faster, or is it me? No, I think it should go to eat. Hello? Godot is behaving very weirdly. Oh my god, it's... What's going on? Godot, you're supposed to be cool. Why are you being uncool? Oh, I guess I need to do some sort of thing where it kind of slows off when it's near the mouse. Otherwise it feels weird, right? What does it say here? That I'm not using the delta, right? Whatever. Right, so now I'm using physics process. I don't need the delta, whatever. Everything's the same. Now I should use move and slide. If I use move and slide and it goes really slow, it should actually work as I want it, no? So Hmm. um. Right. Direction. Right. Instead of just changing the position, I go mouse direction, and then use the direction for this. Yes. Wait. Yes. Oh. Too slow now, huh? Okay. Huh. Too slow now. I wonder why that is. Because this calls this as much as it runs, no? Or is there like a timeout on calling this? It's going mega slow. 50? Oh, it's because... What was I doing before? I was doing move toward... I don't know, must work differently than move and slide. Whatever. 50. Let's try it. Not even close. Oh, and it's terrible when it was like shaking at some point. It wasn't like it's trying to reach the position, right, or something. I don't know. Man, it needs to go way faster. Twice the speed, is it an up? Yeah, I should only move it if the mouse position is greater than something, right? If the var distance to mouse will position distance to mouse position, right? What do you want? Right. If distance to mouse is larger than, not all of this, dude. Distance to mouse is larger than a very small number, right? Larger than 1? Then do this. So it doesn't go crazy? Trying to reach the correct position or what? It's still going crazy. This to be 10? Prevents jittering if mouse is very close. There we go. Is it working? I think it's working. It's actually staying kind of far away. And I don't know if it's too ugly to have this start code. I gotta keep hitting the mic, sorry. I don't know if this looks too bad to be to have the value hard coded there, but needs to go faster. Okay. Needs to go faster, right? Oh, I wanna have the velocity go, if it's very far from the mouse, go faster, right? It's like you're controlling it. You can go like woo, and then when you start getting close to where you want it, you slow down, right? Okay. I just thought that I could make it so the drone can pick up items, but just the drone going over and you get the item, it's like, where'd the item go? And the drone picking up the items, like, can the drone pick up every item there is? How many items can it pick up? Like, can it pick up a bag of kibble? Maybe it's too heavy, no? I don't know. At that point, can it pick up cats? So this is for more intelligent people than me, having the velocity trail off. I mean, it should be easy to do in just one line. And ChatGPT is going to give it to me right away, but can I get close to it at least? So let's see. If it's far away, the velocity has to be big. If it's close, the velocity has to be small. Close, velocity small. Far away, velocity is big. So I can just maybe multiply the speed by the distance. Move speed. Times equals slows down the drone. Right, that's not what I want. Distance to mouse by 2? Why by 2? That's a random suggestion, isn't it? Narrowing conversion. Float is converted to int. I don't have an issue with that. But I could say that movement speed is a float. I don't know. Okay. What? No, not anymore, is it? The float now, what? What do you mean? Narrowing conversion. Oh, needed to save. So now it's gonna go super fast, so I need to change the speed to a lower value, no? Where is it? Where is it? Why didn't it appear? Where'd it go? Oh. This is a... No, this is a... What is this? It's a vector 2. No, it's a float, it's a float. Yeah, it's a float. Makes sense. It's the length of a vector 2. It's multiplying a float by a different float. Right? Let's make it 10 times smaller, I don't know. Disappears. Why does it disappear? What the hell? Oh my god, Godot is super slow, I don't know why. Just explodes. Do you see any reason why the following would not work? Few key issues. You're modifying move speed every frame. Is oh, right. It gets mega fast, mega quick. Base speed. Base speed. Equals base speed times distance to mouse. Should be fine, no? Did chat see other issues? Oh, so that it's telling me to do here, no? Actual speed, whatever. I did it in the other way, but same thing. You're not resetting the velocity when the object stops moving. What? Never updated to 0. Oh. There it is. Else, right? Undefined in the snippet. The problem. Cleaned up version, right? Okay. How does this plot out? Should it be an addition here? I mean, just try it out, but I would like to see how that looks in a graph. I was gonna ask chat to give me a graph, but maybe it takes a while. Okay. So it goes too fast, too furious? I don't know if just decreasing the speed will do it, or if I need to do that, change that to an addition. Addition? There you do it? There you say it? Yeah, addition. I think that's the word. I think bird is the word. Too fast. Let's see. Plus. Right. Can't you just do this? Right, you cannot, obviously. Wait, it's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. That works. This is a float, this is a float, and this is a float. Jesus, I'm sorry. Too fast when it's far away and too slow when it's near. Distance times... No, distance by 2. Oh! That's what it was telling me to do! I mean, I think this always goes second, but just so it's easier to visualize, I'll add the parentheses. Even divide it more, divide by 3, and just make him baseline faster, right? Why is it not saving? What? Oh my god. Why is everything shutting down or something? I don't know what's going on. Used to be way faster, the baseline. Even faster? Go back to the 150? Maybe this value now is small enough that I can go to what I had originally on the speed? Is that it? Now the difference in speed doesn't feel as good. But if this is only 2, it's too much, I think. Let me just double check. So maybe 2.5? I don't know if I should call that... Should make that a variable. Actually, don't dislike this too much. Should it even go faster? Okay, I'm happy with that. Oh right. Now it collides with the walls, right? Doesn't. Why doesn't it? I think the drone body is not an item. That's the issue. It is an item. If it is an item, I'm setting the collision to item default, and item default has 1, and 1 is walls. This is working great. But still no collision, and I think layers and masks are correct. I am using move and slide, right? Yeah. Physics body, yes, I'm using that. Has a collision shape. It has a collision shape, doesn't it? Yeah. Maybe too big, but Why is it gray? Don't they usually look blue? Print layer, what is it called? Collision layer and collision mask, sure. $11? It's only printing 11, and now 11. Oh, 1 and 1, right. 1 and 1? No. What? No. 1 and 1? Is that it? 1 and 11? What is wrong with this? Wait, equals. Both are 1? Is that what's going on? 1 and 1. Well, it is 1 and 1 here. But on ready, am I not changing this? Like, items are on 4, supposedly. And they collide with walls. That's correct. What if I do this? It's not being set. This is a default. I don't want to change that. But what is happening? Oh. Can I do the super ready? Item, so handle collision. Yeah, super ready. Current health equals max health. This is gonna be an issue, right? They're not defined. Let me test that out. Super ready. Oh, 116. 16 would be is on layer 16, which should be 4, right? Those are over these guys and guys over this as well. Shit, I need to go to the bathroom. I think it's a number 2, so I'm gonna leave you with me dying over and over, and let's say I'm gonna take 5 minutes. Yeah, number 2, it takes 5 minutes at least. Down. Yeah. Okay. Time to spare. Yay. Where was I? Hmm. 16? What is 16? Is 5. Player 5, mask 1. Yeah, that's what I want. On layer 5, mask 1. Walls are checking every layer, I think. My title set. Oh, wait. But it's checking on 5, and I'm on 5. It's behind the player. Shouldn't be behind the player, obviously. Can I change the order on this thing? Maybe on player? Change the order of the drone? No, because it's not 2D node. Can I change it on the drone itself? Two? Yes. Oh. Is the collision shape disabled or what? Disabled on. That's why it was gray. There you go. Remove these print statements. And commit this. Oh, I added collision shape to the laser as well, yeah. Git commit message. Adjust drone speed with distance to mouse and add collision with walls. Is it obvious that the collision with walls is for the drone? Just drones speed with distance to mouse and add collision with wall. I don't know if I should create a thingy. So if my buddy Paul will pulls, I want him to have an updated build so that he can see what's going on. Wait, what? What did I just do? Yikes. right? But I have the commit in here, right? Wait. Wait, I wrote distance. Cannot stash this now that it's headed, can I? Okay, stash. Save word. Okay, now I can go git commit amend. Target distance. Insert. Take this out. Ask. Double. Wait, what? Oh, push. Double thingy. WQ. Git push is gonna fail. So I do git push -f. Now should be fixed here. There we go. And now I git stash pop. Right, the build character, the drone body, and the laser. I think that's what I wanted. Git add again for some reason. Git commit message. What was I doing? Oh, adjust drone speed with this distance to mouse, and add collision with walls. It's fine. Push this. Okay. What? How? What? Did I screw up here? Oh, because I stashed and pulled it out of the stash? But it should be the same thing, no? Yeah. I think it's because of the stashing, probably. Because I was editing the files outside the editor. I was reverting them and then re-reverting them. Okay. Drone is sexy looking, I think. Looking sexy. Applies with the wall. The collision shape should be smaller, yeah. I think. Right? Only on the body, right? Sort of. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, here. Okay. Hold on. Is it too crazy to do this? The player actually has a drone. Maybe I can use that for reference. They'll need to be even lower if I want to have like this sort of. I want to see if I can like really represent that it's high, right? Here. Oh, but then I cannot go into that. Yeah, that's weird. Should be able to go all the way up here. Holy. How do I do this then? Maybe just this? So it doesn't collide with the wall. It collides nicely here, I guess? But if it goes from here, should be able to go further in, maybe, I don't know. Because the player goes like this, right? Why can't the drone... Drone should go even higher, right? Actually, I don't know how to handle this. Drone can only go over here. The drone should have a shadow, right? Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, everything should have a shadow at some point, now that I think about it. But yeah, maybe we're not gonna do shadows now. But the drone itself would make a lot of sense to have one. And then the collision shape would be on the shadow? The thing is that it cannot approach the wall from above, right? That's super weird. Why does the player look fine doing the thing and the drone looks terrible? I guess the shadow would hit here. Would that be enough to give it that idea? So let's see, it has a second sprite, let's say. A texture gradient something. Okay, let's say this is the shadow. Can I change like the alpha on this or something? There we go. Wait, what? Okay. Make it smaller. Is fine, I guess. Right. And now I drop it over here. Way down below. And the collision shape would follow. Too much? Just enough? Doesn't make sense to have the... This makes sense from below, right? From above it's super weird. Should I... Oh, I can do something kind of crazy. So, for the cats, what's important? Maybe the cats can go after the shadow? Huh. So for the cats, what's important is that they have one of these, but I can have a second collision shape, right? Collision shape 2. Wait, what? Oh. Let's see. Shadow, right? Or is it giving me a hard time because I shouldn't have two? Only serves to provide a collision shape. Please use it. Oh, this needs to be change type. Character body 2D. I mean, be a character. No, let's make the character body 2D. Oh, it's colliding with the player. Why? Oh, because this thing, because of this thing here. Five, right? Goes through the player. The shadow is on top of the player. That's terrible. So it does this and it does this. Why is it? Wait, it's not what I want. So the drone would need some specific logic, right? For it. I know this is seeming a bit weird, but bear with me here. Drone body. Or actually the drone ability? No. The drone body is an item. And it needs... What am I doing in the super ready? This and this. I don't need any of these, I think. In my drone body. So let's take this out. And what I'm gonna do is handle collision. Right. And so the one-way collision. What way is that though? What's this? What is this? Collision shape. One-way collision equals true. Let me see. Var shadow is a node. There we go. Node 2D shadow. That's the one. What's wrong with this? Not used. I'm gonna use it in a second. Wait. Shadow. Shadow sprite. Yes. No. Shadow sprite? No. Shadow collision. Get collision shape 2D. Right? Shadow collision. One way. Oh, I'm saying this is sprite 2D. It's a collision shape 2D. Now it has one way collision true. But how do I set the direction? Set whether the collision shape should only detect collision on one side, bottom or top. Note, this property has no effect if its collision shape 2D as a child with an area 2D node. Include one-way collision margin. The margin used for one-way collision in pixels. High values will make the shape thicker and work better for colliders that enter the shape at a high velocity. What? But I can't, by code, change the direction? That's terrible. I mean, so if I turn one-way collision on this one, it says that it's colliding with stuff like this, right? If I do the same on this one, it says it only collides from below. But I want one to collide from the top. Wait, the bottom one isn't colliding. What do I have here? It's on 5, mask 1. That's what I want, right? Yeah. Oh, but yeah. This one would be fine, actually. This one should also be one-way collision. But how do I change this thing? I need to rotate the shape? Rotate? Rotate is not E? It is E. Why am I not rotating here? What? Oh, you cannot rotate it. What's going on here? How does this work? On one side, top or bottom? Top or bottom? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to enlighten me. Maybe can give me a help. Can you explain how the property one-way collision works? Platform-like collisions, right? Right, when you have an arrow like this, it would be, the goal would be to have like a platform, right? And you can only follow on top of the platform, right? Objects can pass through the collision shape from one direction, but not from the other. one-way direction is always from below the shape to above it in local Y. From below to above? What? Collision margin. Wait, but when I was looking at this, it didn't show me. Let me see here. Collision margin? Collision margin. Was I not seeing it here? Yeah, collision margin. But how does this work? Can I use this? Distance buffer. Directionality explained. Thank you. One-way collision works relative to the shape's orientation. So, if the shape is rotated, okay, the pass-through direction rotates with it. It doesn't work well with arbitrary angles, right? It has to be like 90-degree angles. Or can it only be 180? So I need to rotate this thing, right? Let me see. I turned one-way collision on both of them, right? So why does it seem like only the top part is colliding? Am I doing something weird with the code? Because my idea would be that... Actually, do I need it on this thing? No, I need two. Right? Because I want to be able to get into the wall from below and from above. Oh, but the shadow needs to go behind everything, right? But I can do that easily. Just change the ordering. -1. Wait, -1, does that get below the tile set? No, because it's relative to my other thing, right? Wait. Still on top of everything. -1 didn't work. -2? Because player is +1 and then drone is +1. So -2 goes to where I need it to? Yes. Shadow goes below. But the shadow shouldn't go behind stuff, right? Shadow should still exist on stuff. But if it's a wall from above, it should disappear behind the wall. Why can't I rotate this? Can I rotate this? Oh, what is that? Oh crap. I'm rotating it relative to this. Oh, but I can rotate this. Oh, no. Can I rotate this? Oh, I can. So it will be what, like this? But the thing is not, the drone is not going one way. I'm doing something with the code that's messing everything up. Should I just remove all of this? See if the issue is with the code. This is not going one way, it's going two way, every way. But one way is on this thing, right? Guess I'll revert everything here. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Hit reset hard. Touch. And now I reload here from this. And everything should be as before. Which is not good, but I was getting too deep into weird stuff that I don't know how to solve. Just something subtle like this for now. But it stops here, and here it goes like this, whatever. I don't know how to handle this stuff. Anyways, what's next? Got 1 more hour. I was wondering if I should remove the outline on all of these. It does feel a bit weird not picking up the items like this, doesn't it? I don't know. What if I'm here and I place down a can? It goes for the can first, right? Yeah. Should I start working on menus? I don't know if I should get into menus. Just for trying to get a good feel for how the game plays, you know? Maybe not. Yeah, I was thinking of a start menu, but what I need to do is check if the game feels good to play. What other features am I missing here? Or what needs to be polished in this, like, vertical slice sort of thing? Oh, damage went through. Right. Should I address that? Make it so that if I'm out of range when the attack finishes, the damage doesn't go through? I could do that quickly, I think. So attack, and then when I hit this frame here, I do this, but I can do more logic checking here. Say target is inside tree. What? Target. Wait. want to see if like when it's supposed to, the damage is supposed to go off. If smaller, then attack range ×2. Makes some sense, doesn't it? What's going on? Distance to target not declared. Right. Track nearest distraction. Nearest distance. Return target, right. So maybe what I can do is just put this outside? I don't know. What now? Target radius. I see. Entity, I guess. Entity. Can I give this a type? No, right? In GDScript can dictionary properties be typed? Oh, okay. String int, right. I want it to be character vector. No, actually, what was I missing here? Target radius. So load and a vector 2D, right? And then it would be character or body, I guess. It would have a distance to target, or just distance, and a radius, right? What's wrong with this? Oh, because it's using target. So I do this, then I would say target distance to target equals this, right? Then if this, wait, oh, I have this wrong, wait, no. Right? Radius vector. Distance is a vector. Target radius. Not target radius. Oh, it's just distance here. And here would be radius. Target, collision shape. Wait, not target. Wait. When I track the nearest distraction, instead of returning, what I do is target body equals nearest distraction. There we go. That's the one. Now I just do track the nearest distraction. Or I could do it... whatever. It's fine. Track nearest distraction. Okay. Let's go back here. The nearest distraction. There. Then is target distance length larger than target radius? Less target radius minus that. Chase. And in chase I take a vector 2D, so I take target distance. Not perfect, but getting somewhere. Let's see this. This. If I have a target and the target distance length minus the target's radius is larger than the attack range times 2. Wait, it's smaller. Why did I change this? Oh no, I changed it earlier, but I didn't change it again. I think that's it. Where's this? Cannot find type float. Of course. And this is a vector 2D. Not 0. Oh, okay, it can be vector 0. Sure. Invalid numeric note. What? Float in the current scope? Could not find it? How? Could it not find it? Type dictionaries require exactly 2 collection element types? What? Oh. Oh no. So this is the first thing and this is the second thing, right? Shish. So I would need to make it like... Can I do this? Is this a thing? Or am I going crazy with this? No, no, it's not. It would be like this, right? No. Let me see what chat tells me here. I wanted to make something like this. How can I do some... How can I do typing of different properties, if you know what I mean? Is a string, each key mapped to a different value, exactly. Godot does not support dictionaries with per key typing. And option 1, use custom class dictionary with manual casting. Let's see. Right. Type dict like pattern advanced. Huh. Full typing, clean, scalable, or boilerplate. I don't want boilerplate. Raw, fast and easy, no type safety, or error prone. I don't like this, but I like this. Type dict wrapper, mix of both. Overhead of creating methods. Let's just do this. This works. What's happening? Base dictionary. Oh, right. Why am I not getting that error here? Oh, I am. Right, it's getting awkward. There? Kinda stupid to code. What was I gonna test? Oh, if the enemy's damage goes through if I... Which went through there? Let's see. Only goes in if this is smaller.
I mean, let's do it with one, just to see if this is actually getting here. Then it's just a question of tweaking the values. If I can avoid damage, that means that is working, kind of. It's too late there, right? Took the damage still. Here, damage is still going through, even if I step away. Ah, I see what you're trying to do. You're triggering an attack on a specific frame in animation and checking the distance before applying the damage, but you're still seeing damage happen. Let's go over. Target distance not being updated every frame. It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Stale target. Does not assume target body is always valid, or does it? Oh, I guess it does, kind of. Wait, what? What does that matter? Thanks, chat. Mission timing issue, that's not it. No. Wait, that doesn't work. Maybe I done goofed? If target, right, if target makes it so I don't do damage to, but can it do... There was that issue of redirecting the damage, right? How did I address that? Oh, if I'm attacking, I don't acquire a new target. Oh, if I'm attacking, I don't update this. So this one needs to be updated. These don't. Jesus. How do I do this? Should I change back to this so it's easier to change stuff? Oh, I changed the radius on the drone. Drone collision shape. Wait, target distance length? That's not right, but wait, it is right. Distance is a vector. What did I just do? This goes in here, right? In here. What did I just do? Hit distance. Right. Math problem there. Oh. What was I testing? Oh, taking damage. Didn't take damage there. But if I get close, take damage. Yeah, if I move, I don't take damage. Okay, this is fine, even though it looks terrible. Can I do it with this stuff? I can. Wait. if attack timer is stopped, I already have a target, right? So I should do this as well. Not perfect, but... Hello? Right, just do that. And here I can go back to what I had before, which was something like this, right? Right. This should still work. Right, doesn't attack, attacks, okay. There a better way to do this? Where I don't do this twice. I mean, actually, the radius is constant. I use the radius here and here, but when I have the distance, right, yes, I'll leave it like this. I don't like it. It's kind of complicated, convoluted. I don't know. Does work. So now I want to try this with 2, right? So the idea would be that it's very hard to walk out of range, but dashing you can avoid the damage, because it's really weird. If you dash and you still take the damage. Oh, can avoid it too easily, huh? Okay. Say 3 times attack range? I don't know. Okay. Dashing is fine. How about walking? Can I walk it out? Can walk it out still. Shouldn't be able to walk it out. At least not super easily. Wait. No, it needs to be lower. What am I saying? No. Higher? Wait. If the... Yeah, higher. It needs to be higher. So that it can still attack me even if I get far away. You still dodge it. If you can dodge it like 10% of the time, that would be fine, but I'm dodging it too much. So it needs to benefit the cat, right? Damage still goes through here, okay? If it's lower than 5. So I need to get really far away. Took the damage. Took the damage. Took the damage. Okay, if you go in the diagonal, it kind of helps you, it seems. Makes sense, I guess. Yeah, I still dodged it there. Yeah, if I dashed, I don't take the damage. That's okay-ish. It says hard-coded here, whatever, I don't care. I'm not gonna create a variable just for that. I think. Unless the attack range is like an interval? It's like an array with two values? And then I have attack range 1 and attack range 2? Yeah, go like this, I don't know. Right. I guess. So what did I just do? Change enemy attack so damage does not go. Damage is not done if target too far away. Change enemy attack so damage is not done if target too far away. Target is too far away. Okay, still have half an hour here, but yeah, I'm feeling mega lazy, so let's just chill a little bit. Let's do the lol. Start with the quote. When I was a child, should I change my category to just chatting or something? Just chatting. There. Wait, did I not change it? Let me check here. Didn't change it. I didn't save it. There. Hold it. Sorry. When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now I call it home. Probably sin or something, right? No. When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. In the dark. Who acts in the dark? I don't know. Maybe Rel has had a dark past or something? A ninja Akali? Tough one, huh? I mean, Nocturne is a demon, right? He wasn't a child at some point, was he? Two more tries for the audio clue. When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now I call it home. Maybe it's Zed? Maybe I'm imagining a girl voice, but it's... Lurk in the dark. Lurk in the dark. Some other assassin lady? What is there? I don't think it's Karina, Elise. Maybe somebody else from Shadow Isles? Call it home. Call it home. Who lives in the dark? Maybe Lucian? Audio clue, let's go. I have no idea.
When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now, I call it home.
Who the hell is some sort of English accent?
When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now, I call it home.
a new champion? I actually don't recognize the voice, so I'm just gonna say Yunara because of that. Wait, how do you write Yunara? Maybe she isn't in the list yet? How do you write Yunara? Like this? Yunara? Yeah, Yunara. She's not in yet.
When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now, I call it home.
Okay. Time to stop the music here. Increase the volume on this.
When I was a child, I was frightened of what... When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now, I call it home.
I'll be back, because I'm baffled by that. This is Yuma's ultimate lost chapter, or whatever it's called. Final chapter. Emoji. I. Velcos. Splash. This is Twitch. Guerrilla Warfare Twitch or something like that. What is the name of it? Omega Squad, never mind. That's the one. Okay. Let's go to the classic. Start off with Gain. Male, ranged, mana, older. Is Lucian Runeterra as well? I always go for Lucian, but probably Runeterra as well, right? No, the Mesh is Shadow Isles. So it was a good guess. It's even older, it's not bottom, so range, it's not ranged, it's mixed. Is Jace older than Lucian? Piltover is not in here. Human. What? Jace is older? I thought it would be more recent. 2012. Okay. Because he's like, his kit is slightly more complicated than Lucian's, right? That's why I had an idea that Jace was after Lucian. Yeah, dude.
When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now, I call it home.
I have no idea what this is. Could it be like... Does Aphelios have voice lines? Could it be Aphelios' sister? No?
When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now, I call it home.
Who the heck sounds like this? Well, it is a girl. Girls. Let's go through all the girls, I guess. So, I mean, from the phrase it could be like Vayne, right? But she doesn't sound like this. Nyla doesn't sound like this at all. She has a totally different accent. More like Middle Eastern or something. I don't know. Maybe that's racist. But she does look Middle Eastern, right? I mean, probably mega racist, but she looks Indian or something. I don't know. And talking, I would believe she is Indian, kind of.
When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now, I call it home.
Hmm. Let's do the lexical and I'll be back, I guess. I mean, can't get them all, I don't know. League of Legends. Type of crowd control that puts you half asleep. Drowsy? Toxic underbelly of progress. Zone? Ocean? Ocean key? Ocean what? Doesn't tell me if that's an ability or nothing. Ocean? Oh, Ocean Dragon. Wait, Ocean Drake. Uh, they should run now. Ooh, I think I know what that is, but it's not coming to mind right away. They should run now. Uh, big name Drake? X-Tech? No. What's the other one? Chem Tech? Elemental? No. Drake. Not cloud, not fire, not earth, not ocean, not elder, not chemtech, not Drake. Wait, mountain. It's not earth Drake, it's mountain Drake. Wait, not mountain. No, not even close. Okay, next. Travel. Elixir of iron. Travel. Travel size. Uh, your something. It's an item. Oh, your cut. Your cut from Pike, right? Place of captivity. Prison. Place of captivity. Prison. What did I write? I was mistyping it. Divine justice wields a celestial blade against darkness. What? Divine justice wields a celestial blade against darkness. What is that? Is that a voice line? Is that a what? I mean, it's Kale, right? Or something? Kale? Doesn't tell me what the hell that is. And it started with a K and it's kind of short in the Divine Justice and Celestial Blade and stuff. It's gotta be Kale, but kind of a random clue. Dedicate a significant amount of time and effort to playing a specific champion or role. Main? Okay. So now only two missing. They should run now. Shivana?
They should run now.
I wouldn't get that actually. Shivana? And Drake. Am I dumb? Am I stupid? Drake. It doesn't have to do with the Drakes. Maybe it has to do with what are the other Drakes? Siobhan and Aurelian. They're the dragon skins, but Drake? Drake. I think I'm gonna give up. Kinda clueless here. My brain isn't able to put these letters together. Infernal! What was I saying? Fire, right? So stupid. Infernal, mountain, ocean, and cloud. They're not fire, air, water, and earth. Infernal, holy, that's so easy.
When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now, I call it home.
I don't usually do this because usually looking at the list of champions makes it too easy. But I'm under the impression that, oh, is that Kaisa?
When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was. Now, I call it home.
Does Kaisa sound kind of English? Huh. Well, I saw Belveth here when I was typing. I guess I searched something about Belveth earlier, and Kaisa came to mind. And it made sense to me because there's like this echo, right?
When I was a child, I was frightened of what lurked in the dark. How silly I was.
And I don't know.
Now, I call it home.
I associate the echo with like she's inside the skin thingy. So her voice is like kind of modified or something. And I was like, okay, could be, but I actually had no idea that she had this type of accent. Okay, cool. Have a bit more time. Let's do contexto. Contexto en? Type of word. Potato. Person. Thing. Color. Object. Personal. Possession. Owner. Ownership. Thing. Thing is part of the Fantastic Four, right? Fantastic Four. Number 1 2 0 3 1 singular thing, one thing, but you can have two things. Hat. Is it clothing? Clothing. Is it an adjective? One. More. Much less. Few. Few is too common. One. Head. I have one head. I have one nose. The body part. Organ. One. I mean, I shouldn't even look at thing and two because they're super far away, but one is not much of a clue. Is it red? Is it blue? Is it black? Orange? Purple? Best color so far is red. Yellow? Blood? Is it food? Is it an instrument? A tool? Wait, a tool? Not a tool. Instrument. Flute? Piano? Drum? Guitar? String? One. Where does the one get in here? Saxophone? How do you write saxophone? Sax? Trombone? Ocarina? Wait, Ocarina is 7,000. Orchest? Orchest? What do you write? Orchest. Band? From the band? We're from the band. Look at us. We formed a band. Piano. Keys. It has keys. It has more keys than strings. Man, if this is some convoluted instrument, I have no idea what it is. Music. Music is 14, huh? Pianist? Harp? List of instruments. I mean, I could just ask for clues, honestly. Whatever. Int. Note. Scale, or what is it called? Thingy. Where you write stuff. Note. The hell, note? Note, then death. Death note. I mean, give me all the ints, dude. Staff? 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 What staff? Like the, for the, where's the guy that? Conductor? Bass. Alto. Saxophone. Tenor. I'm just going down now. Staff. I mean, baton? Orchestra. Orchestra. The rhythm? Wait, wait, wait. Rhythm? How do I read them? Lyrics? Song? Staff? What can a staff be? Could be personnel? Could be like a magic staff? Staff. Let me look for images. Staff. Am I searching over here? Staff images. Right? Wait. American staff blue. The staff. Cafe. Music staff? Oh, this is a staff, okay. What is this thing called? The soul thingy. Pentagram, what? Note staff. Pitch? Could be pitch? Not pitch. So it says here alto. Music opposite of alto. Soprano. What is vocal range? Vocal ranges. Tenor. Note. Wait, are you right that? Baritone. Baritone. Range? Voice? Vocal? Like, just end. Where's the other? Voice? Vocal attributes. Okay. Oh my god. Pitch. Already guessed. Tone. Volume. Volume is a good one. Pace. Enunciation. Rate. Resonance. One more. Boy, oh boy. What's the number 13? Well. Well? Could be like throat. How do you write throat? No, that's through. Let me check here. Garganta. Throat. Lips. Whistle? Whistle? How do you write whistle? Oh, dang it. Whistle. 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 Based on these
int what is the context word of today. They do represent the rank idiot. Clef. Clef, I think that's it. Yeah. Which is the thing at the start, right? And I didn't know what it was called. This thing, it's a clef, right? Okay. Well, that's it. Spend a lot of time doing these silly games. Well, whatever. I'm gonna be on later in the afternoon, I think, playing something. So yeah, see you then. Bye bye.